But guys, you know what? I have like, no joke, like 11 pages of notes because I went in. There was just so many things. Anyway, let's just get right into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline, but my friends call me Jackie. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by, and please do not forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave. If this is not your first time, this is your second, third, fourth, fifth time of coming here, thank you so much for coming back, and I hope that you do enjoy watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button, it's free. Okay, I watched this movie and I decided I'm going to do a review on it, and it's called Sugar Rush. So Sugar Rush is a movie starring three sisters, the Sugar sisters, who at the end of the day went on a mission to steal back money that was stolen from them, that they stole from someone. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be like a comedy. I didn't laugh as much, but anyways, this is a review. I'm going to tell you what I think about the movie. Basically, I'm not trying to bash the movie. I actually liked a lot of things about the movie, so I'm going to start with that first. Then we're going to get into the things that I didn't like, and the list is kind of long, so yeah, let's go. So I have my notes here because I didn't want to forget anything, so I'm just going to be going off of that. So this movie is star-studded, as in all the Nollywood royalties are in this movie. Everybody. So it starred Adesua Wellington, Bisola from Big Brother, Bimbo Ademoye, who's now a sensation in Hollywood. Yarimbo was there, Banky W was there, Toke Makinwa was there, Toby Bakre was there. Everybody was there. Jide Kosoko, our granddaddy, was there. Yeah, a lot of people were in this movie, guys. Overall, I think a lot of the actors did well. I thought the casting was on point. The only thing that I would change was Adesuwa's character, which is Susie, and Bisola's character, Shola. I would swap them because I feel like that would have given both actresses the opportunity to shine even more. I feel like they were not really pushing themselves in the roles that they were playing, and I think as an actor that could be your thing. A lot of people say, oh, you're typecasting this person, blah blah blah, but sometimes what works for you is just what works for you. But I believe in playing roles that you're uncomfortable with, and I think that's where the magic really comes through. So that's the only thing that I would change in terms of casting Bisola and Adesua. Yeah, I would just swap them. I actually really believed Banky W. Banky W's villain was spot on. I really enjoyed it. I believed him. I really liked Toke Makinwa. The opening scene had her in it. They kind of set the tone for the movie, and I was like, oh, I'm ready. I really enjoyed Toke Makinwa's performance in this. I really enjoyed. I think his name is Dimeji. I really enjoyed his. I don't even know what accent that was. I don't even know if that was Igbo. Definitely wasn't Yoruba, but he was speaking Yoruba, and it was so funny to me. I found it so freaking hilarious. And then the guy with the voice, where is my money? That guy really cracked me up. I really enjoyed his performance also. Like I said, the cast did amazingly well. Someone else that I didn't really care for was Williams Ochemba or Ochindu, whatever his name is. Can somebody just shake him and tell him that that voice is over? I don't know. I don't want to sound hateful, but I feel like there's a time and place for that. Even though in my book there's no time and place for that, because now it's just overdone. But it's just so annoying, and I did not like the way they portrayed the EFCC guys. I think that the EFCC officials are more official than that. If it was the police force that they were portraying like that, I would understand it. I didn't enjoy his performance in the movie at all. it got tiring very quickly. Also his Mawuli MG. Did you guys catch that? I enjoyed Mawuli up until the point where he took off his shirt in Adisua's house. You know what? Speaking of that, just let's talk about the unrealistic scenes in this movie. Okay, first of all, I do not think an EFCC official who is investigating you for a theft of 800,000 US dollars would come to your house and spend the night. Apart from that, he's going to take off his shirt, and then we're going to have the chance to look at his chest, his muscles, his abs. That is so unrealistic. Number two, the scene where Bisola's character Shola went into the restaurant to try to seduce Chief. I liked it up until the point where she just sat on Chief's laps and was just like, oh my god, this thing, I just, look at what she just did to me, look at all my dress. I was just like, this can never happen. This can never happen. Like, guys, don't get me wrong. Art is supposed to imitate life, okay? But I do understand that a lot of things happens in movies that are definitely, like, it's almost as if it's impossible for them to happen in real life. I get it, but this was just too extreme and it was just too unrealistic, and I just didn't care much for that scene. I felt like they could have been more creative with that scene. Third would be when Susie and Shola met at Chief's house in the night when they went for the party. First of all, when you walk into a place and then there's no light, do you not try to at least put on the switch, like flick the switch, the light switch, to see if there's light? But then you're walking around this dark house, lonely house, with your phone torch, trying to see Chief, what's up, Chief? You know, like looking for Chief. Come on now, like that's so unrealistic. And then fine, Adesua comes in. They're both there. Nobody still thinks to turn on the lights or to try to at least turn on the lights and establish that, okay, maybe the power is out or something. Nothing like that. And then there is no place in the movie where they established your characters to be these hardened girls, you know. But somehow you find yourself in this house with about 8 dead men who have guns, by the way, and then the first thing that you do is to not run away. I'm like, am I missing something here? Like, am I missing something? And then the part where Bisola went down to talk to Chief, telling him about how it's karma, that he's dead now, her head used to catch people. I'm like, is this supposed to be funny? I mean, I'm not laughing. I don't know if you guys laughed when you saw the movie, because I know that a lot of people have seen this movie. Were you laughing? I didn't catch that. So let's talk about another thing I didn't like about this movie. So you mean to tell me that EFCC officials showed up at the house, right? They showed up at the house and they waited, because the way they told the story, so many inconsistencies. First of all, they kept saying 3 days, in 3 days. So kind of like the movie happened in 3 days, in the space of 3 days. But according to my calculation, it was like 5 days. 5 days. And that's even me being not being generous. Because if I want to go from the way the movie was shot, I would say at least 6 or 7 days. But they kept hammering on the fact that it was 3 days. And I thought, this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. But back to the EFCC people. So EFCC came to the house and they searched your house. They didn't see anything. And then they waited for you people to do your makeup, right? They waited for you people to do your makeup. And then you now go with them to the station. Like, that's so ridiculous. Meanwhile, when Bisola went to the room to check where she had kept that money and she didn't see it, immediately she walked into the bathroom. First of all, the ceiling where she kept the box where she kept the ceiling opening where she had kept the money initially was already open when she came into the room. And they established that she obviously had her bath, did her makeup before going to the EFCC station. So are you telling me that she didn't notice? Because the tub was literally below the ceiling where she hid the money. So are you telling me that she didn't even see that Andy, her boyfriend, Toby's character, had come to steal the money? Like that was just so unrealistic, and it just screamed lazy to me, and I just mm-mm. Also the part where Adesua and Shola and Bola went to the house that they wanted to buy or they wanted to rent or something, and they got the scene just opened when they came into, like, out of the house to the backyard where the swimming pool was, and they look around. Bola is taking pictures, and then Susie goes, we'll take this one, we'll take the house. And I thought, wow, okay, that means they must have seen the inside, and that was the last part of the house that they were seeing, right? And then she decided to close the deal on the house, only for the agents that brought them out to say, okay, would you like to see the bedroom now? I'm like, what do you mean? How can you want to buy a house and then you haven't seen the bedroom? Like, what does that even mean? That's why it's so important. Oh my God. If the lead characters in a movie will be conversing with extras in the movie, it's so important to get them good extras. Oh my God. Like, I understand this whole, on stage, it's called stage business, where you kind of do stuff to not look idle, and most times it's supposed to be in line with the character that you're playing, so that you just don't look like you're being passive, you know what I mean? So sometimes people feel the need to always say something, and yeah, I think that got the best of that guy. He was relying too much on his words, and then he actually said it. Would you like to see the bedroom now? It's like, but she just said she'll take the house. Why does she need to see the bedroom again? That means she has seen everywhere. Don't you get? That's kind of how it works in real estate, no, Abby? She's a real estate agent in the house. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but you see everywhere in the house before you decide to, put your money down. Abby? No? Okay. Oh. And nothing that didn't add up for me or to me was, how come when Tokema Kimwa was telling the sisters what to do, how come it was just Susie who had this I don't know, who felt something really personal for Anikulapo, who was Banky W's character? Uh, was it that Bisola and Bimbo Ademoye's characters didn't know how or what Anikulapo's father had to do with their father's misfortune? Because they didn't seem to know what was going on. It was almost as if only Susie was privy to the information that Anikulapo's father had something to do with, the things that happened, bad things that happened to their own father, which I guess eventually led to his death. I was just confused as to why that was. Also, maybe it's my knowledge of CSI, Boston Legal, Mentalist, all those things, Blacklist, I don't know. But you never interrogate three suspects in the same room at the same time. You would watch all these Hollywood movies now, like how they're interrogating all these different people in different rooms, and then their stories almost as if they're just finishing each other's sentences, and it's just so dope. They could have done that with that scene, but yeah, that was a lost opportunity, I guess. There's so many unrealistic scenes in that movie. God, I can't even begin to tell you. But those were the ones that really stuck out to me, and I just thought they could have been more creative with this. Guys, it's so difficult to shoot a movie. I think if you've never been on a film set before, you wouldn't understand how difficult it is. And sometimes a lot of things just don't go according to plan. So when I see stuff in movies, I can totally relate. But that doesn't mean that we cannot do better. When Mawuli's character was in Adesuwa's house in the night, he got up, went to the kitchen to get water. He opened the fridge at first, and I don't think the fridge came on, like the light inside the fridge. And then he opened the freezer, took out a bottle of water. He opened the freezer, for crying out loud. That was supposed to be a very rich estate. Like, there's always power supply, you know. I expected ice to come out of that freezer, but it came out. It didn't even have any mist on it, like it was cold. These things matter. When Adesua came into the kitchen also and met him there, when she opened the fridge, same thing. That fridge was empty, and I understand sometimes um we shoot in houses that people don't even live in, and they just lend those houses to sets, and you pay a token or sometimes a lot of money depending on the kind of house that it is. So I understand these things, but that's where the expertise of the cameramen come in, and angles and all of that come into play. So we can definitely do better. It's the little things like this that actually make your movie or make or break your movie, I think. So let's talk about costume and makeup. Now, I feel like I'm a good authority to speak on this because I'm a makeup artist and I have been on quite a number of sets, movie sets, doing makeup, and I have done costume for quite a number of sets also. So I get it. The costuming in this movie was really, really nice. I liked it. I liked the color selection. I liked how true the clothing were to the characters. Like, they were in sync. You know what I mean? Adesua's character, the clothes that she wore, they were in sync to the kind of person that she was. Same with Bimbo. I like that Bimbo had some sort of. I like that Bimbo's character Bola had a theme around her. I really, really enjoyed that. Um, Tokema Kinwa looked like a boss lady. I really, really enjoyed that. Apart from the fact that Tokema Kinwa, when she was wearing the suit, she was wearing the same earrings that Adesua wore earlier in the movie when Adesua was wearing the suit. And if you think about both of them, Tokema Kinwa's character is supposed to be this very rich woman. Adesua should not be able to afford the type of earrings that Tokema Kinwa can afford. So the fact that they were wearing the same earrings, that was a no-no for me. Also, speaking of when Adesua was wearing that suit, she was wearing drop earrings, and then the same scene, just a couple of minutes after, when she went to buy asun for her mom in the bar, when the fight broke out between Toby Bakre and the other guy, um yeah, she was wearing studs. So like I said, it's the little things, and those kind of things the makeup artist, the costumier, and the continuity person are to be held accountable for that, are responsible for that. Also, Adesua didn't come to the party with the compound V. She had told Chief earlier that this was a sample and that she was going to come tonight. Chief told her to come tonight to the party and he was going to give her the money for the compound V. But when she showed up to the party, she did not show up with the compound V. So if you're a makeup artist or costumier and you want to go into movie production, honestly, your phone is your best friend. Okay, or get yourself a small camera that you can use. It is so important because you don't want you don't want your actor to have a smoky eye in this scene, and then maybe in 3 days time you're going to shoot the same sequence but in a different location, and then they have red eyeshadow on. It doesn't make any sense at all. So this is why you have to take pictures. Pictures, pictures, pictures. Close your eyes. Take a picture of the lipstick. In fact, I go as far as writing everything down. Tell them to do their nails like this. See if they're wearing a wristwatch like this. If they're guys, their belts, their socks, everything matters. Every little thing matters, I'm telling you. Because there's no reason why Adesua should have drop earrings 5 minutes before and then she would take. In fact, if she had gotten to the bar without earrings on, I would understand that. But she had studs on. It's a no-no. Also, Bimbo Ademoye's character, throughout the movie, at the opening scene, she didn't have a wristwatch on. And it's the same opening scene. It was the same costume and everything that she had on during the chase. She didn't have a wristwatch on there. But somehow, when the EFCC guys came back the second time around in the night, she had a wristwatch on. and they hadn't gotten home. They had just been going from frying pan to fire, you know. They had not gotten home. So where did the wristwatch come from? So it's little things like this that really really matter. But overall, the costuming was good. I liked the fact that when Toby got hit by the downfall, his shirt had downfall prints all over it. That was so cool. I really 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 enjoyed the costuming. It was magnifique. Also, can I just give it up to the sound engineer? Oh my god. The sound in this movie was amazing. I really, really enjoyed. Like everything was uniform from the start to the finish. However, oh my god, there's just why were their transmitters showing at the back? Adesua, Bimbo, Bisola. It took away from the experience for me, you know. And I know that maybe that was the price that we had to pay for getting the sound that we got, but still, that wasn't no excuse. I didn't enjoy that at all. At all. I really liked Andy's chase when he had the money. I really, really liked that. It was good. It was good. I like how serious Bimbo was. I like how serious Adesu and Bisola were. It was energetic. I really enjoyed it. Another thing I didn't like about the movie was that there was too much showing and telling. Sometimes we don't want you to show us what's about to happen. That movie was so predictable. I watched it with my sister. My sister was just telling me everything that was going to happen next. It was so predictable. Like when they were on the chase and that girl just came and poured soap water, we're like, okay, Toby's about to fall. In 3, 2, 1, and then he falls. They didn't need to show us that. Maybe they had just randomly showed someone washing just maybe 5 seconds before. Do you know what I mean? Just without saying anything. That would have been amazing. But obviously someone came and poured soap water. Like, what's next? Obviously you're gonna fall. Even when they were chasing him or whatever, and then people were praying, there was like a drone shot of people praying. It was so obvious that he was going to run in between them. You know, that was just showing and telling, showing and telling. Sometimes I want to think for myself. Like, don't just show me everything. I don't want to talk too much about the story itself. I felt like the story kind of started well, but they lost the plot kind of like halfway through the movie. They got lazy. The story definitely could have been way better. There were too many holes in the story that I didn't enjoy or care for. They could have done better, way better, definitely. There were so many great elements in this movie that just got overshadowed by too many little things. Yeah, that's the best way that I can explain this. It had too many little mistakes that just took away from the greatness that Sugar Rush was. However, Takemakinwa did amazing. All the actors did well. I enjoyed their rendition of their characters and their roles. They did well. It was just a lackluster story, if you ask me. Also, can I just say that I heard that the movie was shot in 14 days, and I'm sorry to say this, but it showed. And I think Sugar Rush just showed everybody that not everything can be done in post. That's a very popular saying on Nigerian movie sets. Don't worry, we'll do it in post. Not everything can be done in post. It's really that simple. Not everything. And I think Sugar Rush showed you that not everything can be done in post. But overall, out of 5, I would give it a... Out of 5, I think I would give it a 2.5. I feel bad for saying that. But yeah, I think that's what I would give it, a 2.5. So yeah, that's my review / thoughts on the Sugar Rush movie. If you haven't seen this movie, I encourage you to watch it and form your own opinions. You just might like the movie. I personally like the movie. Hell, I watched it. I watched it 3 times. Okay, it was just that, and some of the things that I mentioned in this video might not even stick out to you if you're not a production person. You might not even notice. You might not notice. But hey, it's on Netflix, and I encourage you to watch the movie. It's actually a good movie. It's just that I've seen better. Okay, so if you haven't seen the movie, it's on Netflix right now. It's shown on Netflix. Support Nigerian movies, support Nollywood. They're actually doing very good work. And just click on the movie and you just might like it. Okay, so that brings me to the end of this video. I really enjoyed doing this. Can you tell? So yeah, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think about this kind of video in the comment section down below. I'll be more than glad to hear from you. So till I see you next time, mwah. Bye.